Thousands of people around the world were called to action last year by speeches from climate activists, which also drew protests of all kinds against government inaction toward our man-made climate and ecological emergency. Many people, including myself, hoped the Green New Deal in the USA would have passed by now, but it has not. My hope is that my country, the USA, can join with renewable energy-focused countries like Sweden and Costa Rica in investing in becoming fossil fuel free. Nonviolent demonstrations to raise public awareness, educating the public, participating in elections and city council meetings, contacting elected officials, boycotts, public art, and petitioning will all influence positive change about climate change policies, however slowly. That being said, I think additional action could be helpful to get people to reach the goals of the Paris Agreement, especially since a few key governments and corporations are not yet receptive to this particular change, primarily because fossil fuel is a main part of their wealth. Here's a thought. If everyone who protested climate change pooled their money, bought land, and organized mostly fossil fuel-free, food-producing communities run in peaceful connection with each other and the earth, I think the world could begin to heal more. It could give us something concrete, positive, and attainable that is more independent of the machinery of power. I have many ideas for ways this could manifest, although my ultimate goal is co-creation because I know that humans are stronger and happier when we work together. These include, but are not limited to, planting giant, abundant, and resilient food forests, building naturally and minimally, using simple transportation like bicycles, going to sleep with the sun, or burning candles and oil lamps. We could invest in renewable energies in thoughtful but bold ways to power these communities. I suggest getting to know and use local plants and learning to take serious pride and protect our local flora and fauna. It's what makes regional cuisine special. As an important side note, while doing research for these new projects, I hope we remember to respect indigenous territory, food, and medicine sources as much as possible. There are so many creative ways we can heal our planet, and many cultures and peoples have already shown the way towards harmony with Earth. While I'm aware that eco-villages and small farms are already out there and I applaud their efforts, they need more people to support them. Unfortunately, because of this lack of support, they don't offset or change the larger polluting cities and food distribution systems as much as they could. Any effort, large or small, to grow food regionally is beneficial to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from transportation and waste from packaging. To me, this should be more normalized in both cities and rural areas of our world. I feel that at this point, it's important to clarify that when I imagine new cooperative alternatives to fossil fuel cities, I think it would benefit the whole movement if it's not done in cult-like ways. Working to make projects like this accessible for people of all colors, origins, genders, class, sexual orientations, disabilities, and ages is also important. I'm trying to figure out this huge life transition for myself. I've read quite a few books on permaculture, rewilding, foraging, homesteading, gardening, herbalism, and survival. I've also done some natural building and I've worked on a few veggie farms. I will be documenting my journey through video toward living my life as fossil fuel free as is reasonable, as well as growing as much of my food as possible, whether I find an existing community to band together with or find people to co-create a new project. I'd love to spur more conversation on how to go about making a larger scale fossil fuel free city movement happen. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to all those whose efforts remind the world of our deadly serious need to stop polluting our world's atmosphere, our rivers, to stop acidifying and polluting our oceans, to stop destroying our forests and their indigenous defenders, our grasslands and fertile topsoil. I appreciate you all for listening to my first YouTube video. Thank you.